Hi everybody! In this presentation, I'm going to talk about how I use PowerPoint to create meaningful instructional videos for students of all ages. The best way I could think of to demonstrate how easy it is to make instructional videos from PowerPoint for learners of all ages was to actually make a video using PowerPoint. I've used PowerPoint for instruction for what seems like 100 years. I'm sure there are many programs out there that can do things that this PowerPoint can, but can you get all those features in one program? PowerPoint is an extremely versatile instructional tool that is appropriate for learners who are at the primary level all the way up to adulthood. I've used many features of this program, but up until recently, I never recorded my PowerPoints and saved them as videos because there was no need. Because I have a classroom of 30 second graders, 20 of whom I never see, I have discovered the need to use this feature. It has become so valuable to me, I've decided to choose to share this with all of you. I'm going to take you through my process of designing lessons and turning them into PowerPoints, and then turning the PowerPoints into videos that can be saved and uploaded to YouTube, allowing my virtual students to access my lessons just like they were in school. The first thing I always do as I'm designing or adapting a lesson is to type in all the notes that I will need to do the presentation in the Notes section, located below each slide. My presentations are very short, just like the attention span of my students, so I am able to script out just about everything I will be saying in the videos. These notes come in very handy later, trust me. After I script out my lesson and add the majority of the lesson content, I find some keywords or graphics that I want to stand out for my students. I may do a Google search and find some images that will keep my kids engaged, or insert word art to draw emphasis to a point that I am trying to make. This is the fun part, where I can really jazz up the presentation with pictures or even GIFs that the kids loves to see. Since I am controlling how long each slide is visible, these images work to engage rather than to distract my students. So PowerPoint had recently added the Design Ideas feature that can be found on the Home ribbon all the way to the right. Spending tons of time lining up images and figuring out the background are a thing of the past. PowerPoint gives you suggestions and ideas for designing the perfect slide layout. All I do is dump my content into the slide and then let PowerPoint do all the work for me in the right column. It's really easy. Each time you add or change a part of your slide, new suggestions will show up in the design ideas. In an elementary classroom, we focus more on teaching the student rather than the content. Since many 7-year-olds go into a full-on anxiety attack whenever they see too many words, we try to limit that before they shut down and tune us out. Thank goodness for the animations feature on PowerPoint. I use this to add words and phrases to my slide in bite sizes, so I don't overwhelm my readers. There are lots of different animations you can choose from. Once I have my PowerPoint the way I want it, and it's set up the way that I would have it if I was in front of a live class, I am ready to record. The Record Slideshow option is found under the Slideshow ribbon at the top of the page. You have the choice to record the entire presentation from the beginning, or just record slide by slide. This is nice because if you screw up a slide narration, you only have to fix that one slide, not your entire presentation. I've had to fix several so far already on this presentation, FYI. I have a couple of choices when I use here when I'm recording. Depending on the lesson, I will either turn my camera and microphone on and record a video of myself narrating the lesson. This can be helpful for students who need an extra set of eyes on them while they are working from home. The only problem with this is that the video box sometimes gets in the way of the rest of my slide content. It's very easily moved and resized, however. Some other features I use are the pens and highlighters to annotate while I'm talking. That's another way just to hold students' attention. Also, remember when I said that the notes would come in handy later? If I select the Notes drop-down up here at the top, I can read all of my notes while I'm narrating and annotate my lessons. And these notes don't appear anywhere on the video. I also like to make myself reminder notes of when to click to the next animation or to advance to the next slide in order to make my presentation smoother. The timer feature at the bottom left corner of the record screen also tells me the accumulated time of each slide, as well as my entire presentation, which prevents me from babbling on and on and on. The last step of converting my PowerPoint to a video is when I'm saving. PowerPoint will automatically save my presentation as a PowerPoint. However, I can't upload a PowerPoint to YouTube or any other video sharing platform. Saving the video is super easy. All I do is save a copy and then select the MPEG-4 rather than the PowerPoint presentation. Depending on the length of the presentation and the speed of your processor, it should only take a few minutes to save the presentation as an MP4 video. Once the video is saved, I upload my videos to my professional YouTube channel so I can easily share it with my students. They can watch the video at their own pace, pause and rewind, or watch it again at a later time to review. Although teaching lessons this way is a lot of work now, it frees me up to give students small group support in the classroom and to troubleshoot any problems without interrupting the learning of the other students. Hopefully this was helpful to all of you.